Hey, what's up everybody? So I have designed this cobblestone farm and I decided I want to show it off to you guys and also make a tutorial so you can build it in your own world. This farm is playerless. It uses TNT to blast all of the cobblestone so you can kind of just run it in the background or AFK it if you want. But it does not use a TNT duper. It uses a dispenser loaded with TNT, which means to use this farm you would have to have a source of gunpowder, most likely, or just have a massive amount of it some other way, but it would probably take a farm. So from the outside, this farm might look pretty intimidating, but the bulk of what you've seen from the outside is just this giant ring of cobblestone being printed. All that's going on is there's cobblestone generators up top. They're generating cobblestone, which is being pushed down by the pistons, and then finally a TNT is dropped precisely to blow up the cobblestone, and then we can collect it. So let's take a closer look at the redstone for those who are curious. The farm runs off of this clock right here. This is a 30 redstone tick clock, but it behaves like a 15 redstone tick clock because we're kind of double dipping on the updates from it with the observers here. So every 30 game ticks, we are pulsing these pistons, and that's actually perfect because every 30 game ticks is when lava would flow and generate more cobblestone. So we have it in such a way that the cobblestone is being generated and pushed immediately. The other part of the redstone is this counter here. I designed this based off of an etho hopper clock. I just swapped out the hoppers for droppers pointing into each other. So I wouldn't be surprised if somebody else has come up for this. I don't take credit for it. It seems like a pretty simple idea. And this counter is counting every 7 cycles with just a random counting item. And every 7 cycles, it's going to pulse this circuit down here, which is the TNT circuit. And what's going on here is we have a pulse extender because we are powering this dispenser to dispense the TNT. And then the pulse extender is keeping this piston extended to kind of cook the TNT and ensure that it blows up in the middle of the air once it's dropped into the blast chamber. And this makes the TNT blast a little more than it would if it landed on that obsidian at the bottom. Now, some of you may think the machine is cool, but you're also kind of wondering why you would waste your precious TNT on blowing up cobblestone. And to that, I would answer with these blocks. A furnace takes 8 cobblestone. If you're crafting a lot of furnaces, that can add up. And these blocks, honestly, I end up crafting more in survival. Dispensers, droppers, observers, pistons. Each of these takes 7 cobblestone. And so if you were to craft a whole stack, which I often do, just so I have extra when I'm done with whatever I'm doing, you're going to use 7 stacks of cobblestone in that moment. Observers take 6 stacks of cobblestone if you want to make a stack of observers. And pistons take 4 stacks of cobblestone, as well as sticky pistons. Also, if for some reason you have a lot of quartz on hand, you can craft the stone variants with cobblestone and quartz. I wouldn't recommend this, but it's just maybe another use of having a cobblestone farm. And the last thing you can do with it is smelt it into stone and smooth stone. And you can craft redstone repeaters and redstone comparators as well with your stone. Personally, I designed this farm because I needed many thousands of cobblestone slabs to make a perimeter in the nether so I can make a wither skeleton farm. And I found that cobblestone slabs was like the easiest gas-proof block to get in mass quantities for the job. Okay, so before we get into the block by block tutorial here, here's a material list that I've just thrown together in a chest. You're going to need 4 stacks of solid blocks. It does not have to be smooth stone, just any solid block will do. 32 redstone dust, 21 pistons, 16 of a block that you can waterlog. This doesn't have to be copper grates. It can be leaves. Leaves are probably the cheapest option if you don't have much in your world yet. 7 items to put into the counter. This doesn't have to be sticks. This could just be any junk item you want to throw in the counter. 5 repeaters, 4 comparators, 4 observers, 2 sticky pistons, 2 droppers, 1 redstone block, 1 dispenser, 1 lever, 4 lava buckets, and 2 water buckets to make an infinite water source. If for some reason you don't want to make an infinite water source, you're going to need like 20 to 30 water buckets. And TNT is what's going to power the farm. So the amount you're going to need is kind of unspecified, but yeah, like you're going to have to keep the TNT coming to keep this farm going. Okay, and one last note about the material list. The material list that I provided in that chest basically just shows you how to do all of the mechanisms up top. This is the part that I would consider my farm. Down here you have more options. I don't want to like necessarily tell you it's what you have to do, but during the tutorial I will provide kind of an example of what you could do, and it'll be a different example from this even. So stay tuned. It's just not in the materials list. Okay, and so now we will be beginning the tutorial. I've spawned myself into a brand new world, used a couple commands to stop the daylight cycle and the weather cycle, and I've put all this stuff in my inventory. I'm going to try not to fly here because I want to kind of do things kind of ergonomically so you can follow the example, and it might make the build a little easier for you. So we'll come over here. This is like a big enough space to build this thing. And I would say you want to put down about like 20 scaffolding because you're going to want some room underneath the farm to put your storage. You could shave it down to like 16. So we're going to go 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And let's go. So we're just going to, sure we'll use scaffolding as like a temporary block. And, ooh, ignore that. I never fell. I never fell. You didn't see that. I'm going to put the leaf, and we're going to put basically a whole ring of leaves. I've also used like cheaper building materials to maybe more represent what you might do. You could ball out though like I did in the old world if you want. It's all up to you. Alright, and here's my water bucket. We got to waterlog all these leaves. Cool, cool. Next, we're going to build out the generator, the lava. So there we go. This is going to be 3, 3. A little bit of a problem here. Sure, we're going to put that there. Come down here. Just so we can stick a block there. We'll climb back up. Then we're going to come around here, and this is where we're going to be building the second one. 4, 5 blocks. We're going to put one here. We're going to leave that there because I'm actually going to have to create a floor on all of these. Break that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait, leave that. We're going to go like this. And then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just like that, we've made it back. So now we're going to go down. We have to put in the floor for all of these. Uh-oh. Yep. Oh, I fell again. Oh, I'm not flying. I'm not flying. I didn't fall in the first place, right? And boom, 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 boom. Bam. Wait, that was wrong. You're gonna want basically 5 on the floor, and then you're gonna want to encase the lava. The lava's gonna go right here. I'll give you one overview once I've placed it all. Alright, so a quick little overview so you see what's going on here. You're basically just mirroring this on all 4 sides. You're making like a little block couch for your lava. Alright, so let's get back to no flying. Alright, you're going to take your lava at this point. I lied, you're not going to take your lava yet. It's actually probably better to do this. So we're going to put 4 temporary blocks like this. And oh no, I broke my scaffolding. We're going to come down like this. And this will let us start getting our pistons in. It's going to be a pain to place these if we start generating the cobblestone, so it's better to just do it now, you know? By the way, I highly recommend scaffolding when you build this because it just makes things a lot easier. However, a good alternative is dirt. Okay, now all of our pistons are in, we can go back up. So this is the part where we can place our lava in. This will generate our first line of cobblestone. And then what we're going to want to do is we're going to run a line on top of all these, just like this. We can leave that corner out. We're going to power it from here. Alright, that's cool. Oops. We're going to go up a little higher now. Uh-oh. I fell again, guys. Just kidding. No, I didn't. I'm back. Yeah, so what we're going to do from here is maybe go up a couple more blocks. How high up are we? Maybe we need to drop that by 1 block. There we go, there we go. So this is going to be the clock. Is that incorrectly? Yeah, that's incorrectly. How do I do this again? Yeah, I had the torch over here. So we'll put that there, and we're going to run this clock like so. 4 ticks, 4 ticks, 4 ticks, 2 ticks. Oh, I didn't grab a torch. Oops. Here's our torch, and we're going to put that right here. That's got this generating, but it's also really noisy, so this is a good time to put the lever on. And we'll just do that. We'll stop the cobblestone generation. And then one more little redstone line we got to put in. This line. Don't ask me why this works. It's because the power level is changing on the counter. That's why the observer's able to even pick this up. By the way, I know it looks really janky. It's because it is janky. We're gonna put this guy here, and he's gonna power our counter. We're gonna put one there. Sure thing. And then we'll put one here. And what do we do? What do we do? Right, no, this should be a block. This will also be a block. And then we're going to put in another block here. And another block here. We're going to mirror that over on this side. There we go. We're going to break that. And right here we're going to put redstone dust and redstone dust. We're also going to face comparators out of both sides of these. And we're going to take sticky pistons. You actually might be able to use regular pistons for this part. Oh, this is obnoxious. Hold on, let me get somewhere I can set this. Boom, right there. We're going to cross. Put one right there. I didn't grab my redstone block either. I swear I am good at this. I'm sorry, guys. There we go. We'll put that in, and then we can put our sticks inside. So now the counter is active. And what we can do from here, we can actually break some of this scaffolding. Under here, we're going to put 2 observers into a block. Actually, yes, we could put a block there. We're actually going to surround this with blocks except this side. And we're going to put 1 piece of redstone dust there, followed by a repeater. Was this on 2 ticks? I think so. I'm going to put a block there. This is going to be... Uh-oh, I'm drawing a blank here. I'm drawing a blank here. Okay, sorry guys, I did forget. I had to go check the footage to see what I did here. So, yeah, this is a repeater on 4 ticks. And then we've got a redstone dust here, a comparator here, and guess what? You actually cannot put redstone dust on these. You cannot use all leaves. Bad news, you cannot use all leaves. So what we're going to do here is we're going to swap it out for the copper grates like I used originally. And where would those be? Those will be right here. We're just going to swap these 2 blocks out to keep it cheap. You can also use mangrove roots here. That's what I used in my world. I don't need this redstone block anymore. There we go. And then we can put the redstone on this. And that is this circuit. I think all of the circuitry is functioning here. Don't mind me, I'm just flying. Yeah, we haven't missed anything. So we can do the next thing. I didn't grab a dispenser either. Wow. We're going to come down here. And cool. Now this farm should be functional, like it's ready to go. Let's print a little more cobblestone. There we go. So it's printed all of its cobblestone. By the way, if you were to do what I just did, you're just going to use scaffolding to climb up there. This is the farm functional. The only thing it needs now is the TNT. But before we do that, let's be responsible and create a blast chamber. So we're not going to build the one that we built before. We're actually just going to build a brand new one using steel glass. So we'll go right here. And sure, we'll position it right here. So we're going to come out. By the way, you can use your solid blocks for this. This doesn't have to be glass. So what I've done is I've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. We're going to do that in every direction. And then you put a little wall. Oops. Now we're going to connect all this up. And then we're going to fill it in. And we're going to complete this ring. And I think in the corners here, we're actually going to stack it up higher. Just to make sure the water makes it all the way. And we're going to grab our water bucket, or our infinite water source that you guys will end up having. I think that's actually perfect. Now put it in these corners. Oh, it wasn't perfect. I lied. What if I do this? What do I do this? There we go, there we go. So we're gonna make a little L shape in the corners there. And that pushes everything right to the middle. And so now what you could do, if you're not me who can fly, is you could scaffold your way back up to the top here and put your TNT in the dispenser. Here we go, it's the moment of truth. Okay, so there's a little bit of a crater here. There's one important thing that I forgot to do. Alright, so what we're going to do here, don't run your farm yet. Do not run your farm yet. We're going to go back up here. And right here, we're gonna just slap a piston. That's it. Now it's fixed. You can run your farm now. So I'll run mine and show you what was actually supposed to happen. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. There we go. And then all of our cobblestone gets sent to the middle. All the stuff that gets stuck over here is going to be pushed off when the new cobblestone prints onto it. And just like that, this is all the cobblestone you can want. Let's see how much cobblestone I get. I mean, that was just like 2 blasts, and I have like 4 stacks. I think that was like a 3rd blast, so 5 stacks for 3 TNT, I'd say that's worth it. Okay, so now that we're producing, let's do one more little thing here, and that is going to be to set up a actual collection system, because I'm sure you don't want to go collect all your bits off the floor like this. So let's shut the farm off, let's stop the bleeding. And what we're going to do now, well, let me pick all this junk up. Here's what I would recommend personally. You're going to need... I'm using glass, you could use anything here. You're going to want to frame this bit right here. And what I would do here is, oh yeah, you're going to need pressure plates for this. Here's a little trick I learned. You can position your water like this, and when the cobblestone comes down, it's actually going to bunch up right here, and that'll allow the item entities to clump up into stacks, and that would reduce any lag you might experience from the item entities. I don't know if you'd experience lag at all from it, but yeah, that's just a little trick you could do. Also, another thing to pay attention to is this should actually be ice under here. So now you can start your next water stream. Honestly, I would just put a row of chests under here. That's like the simplest way you could do this. So, you know, this is just a sample. You can extend it as you wish. You're gonna need a few rows of chests. So we'll go with like 5. You need at least a few because this produces more than 1 or 2 hoppers can handle. So we're gonna go boom, 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 boom. And then we're gonna enclose that. And there we go. That's a collection system. And I'll just show you the collection system working really quick, just to be thorough. Here comes the TNT. Right? Yeah, there we are, there we are. Yeah, see, it's clumping up right here, getting sent down to our hoppers and being collected. And just like that, you have all the cobblestone you could ever want. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. I know this was a disaster. This was my first tutorial. But if you like the farm, if you like the tutorial, feel free to give this a thumbs up or a like and leave a comment with your suggestions. If you'd like me to build any other farms or maybe even make a Let's Play, let me know. Thank you again for tuning in. You have a good New Year's. Actually, this video might come out after New Year's. You have a good whatever day of the week it is.